Let me go across to our executive editor, Madhav Das Gopal Krishnan. Madhav, three prominent takeaways. One is that the Supreme Court has not accorded legal recognition to same-sex marriages. Secondly, majority of the five-judge bench do not feel that Section 5(3) of the CARA guidelines is unconstitutional. So they do not agree that same-sex couples have a right to adopt, at least at this juncture. And all five judges appear to be unanimous in their verdict that the proposal that's come from the centre to constitute a committee to look into what kind of entitlements can be extended to same-sex couples, that committee needs to be formed. So these are the prominent takeaways at this juncture.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, there are differences, there are differing views that have been expressed by the five judges on a number of issues. You mentioned the issue of adoption, which is of course a very important one. But, at the core of it, what is the demand? The core of it, the demand is to legalize same-sex marriage. Has that happened today? No, it has not. Could it happen in the future? We don't know for sure, because what will the government now take in terms of the legal view as to the necessity of such a law is something that remains to be seen. Yes, there's a lot of concern that has been expressed about how rights have been violated. At this point of time, the right to marry is not a fundamental right, is what the court's majority view is. And that's a very, very important takeaway. Sure. What happens from here on as far as the formation of a committee is concerned, under the cabinet secretary, as the court has said or suggested, should take place. What the government does, and remember, there's been no time frame that has been fixed as to by when this particular committee has to come in place, and what, of course, will the terms of reference specifically be. What is the relief that can be provided? But one very important direction is a recognition that there is discrimination, and therefore the government must take steps to ensure that whatever can be done to end this discrimination, whether in the form of joint bank accounts, life insurance, so on and so forth, and also various other issues, can be looked into by the centre. So it's very clear that while the court has stopped short of actually passing any judgment, it has for the moment at least put the onus on the centre, put the onus on the parliament to legislate on this and then take it forward. Remember that right at the beginning, the Chief Justice of India had observed that just because there is a doctrine of separation of powers, that does not take away the power of judicial review. But at the same time, they have decided in this particular case to hold back and have held that it is not a fundamental right. If the laws need to change, it is for the parliament to finally decide that. Siddharth.
Right.